So I was watching something on there. On the net. And there was this guy that was shouting at his wife because she was getting stressed and he was getting stressed because of the kids. And the kids wanted 3 different things to eat. And he's saying, just give them all the fucking same thing. He says, that's a problem with today's kids. You give them all a fucking smack. What you do, like in Japan or Asia, you get about 6 dishes, 6 little dishes, have meat, chicken, vegetables, rice, soup, and that's it. You just go at it. And if you don't like it, don't take it. Some fried food, some veggies. If you don't eat it, it goes back in the fridge till the next day. Hey, there you go. Hang on, just got to check if that's my daughter sending a message. The power is off at home because I forgot to pay a bill. I think they should, unless the bill is over 10,000, they shouldn't fucking cut you off because anything could be happening. Why? You just come in or something? We've got butter flavoured crisp. It's too sweet. What kind of noisy fucker? So where are you staying then, Rachel? You're in Shinjuku? No. Are you in a hotel or some kind? Airbnb? Try and find a sukiya for a egg and bacon breakfast. It's really cheap. You can have a small rice, and you get egg, bacon, rice, some little green stuff you make a sandwich with, soup, and barley tea. The tea is really nice. That's the best bargain breakfast, 360 yen. Sukiya. Sukiya, like Suki as in a name. And I think the best family meal restaurant is Joyful. Nissan Crossing, no. But in Ginza. Oh, you mean the five ways thing? The big zebra crossing near Building 108. So which car, if you had a Nissan car, which car would you have? GTR. Have you got your driver's license? Holden. I don't know what a Barina is, but I know what a Holden is, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I only know a few cars now. These two guys next to me, they're fucking pissing it down with rain, and they both put their masks on to go home. No. I've never been to one of those. I did think about going to the Toyota Museum. You know the guy that invented the bucket list? Well, he came up with the idea for the bucket list to cross off before you die, to cross off maybe have 5, 10, 20 things that you want to do in your life and then cross them off. He died when he was 47. Don't have a bucket list. Well, you can have a. You can get. Well, if you go to the supermarket, you can get a beer about this size. I think I've done a video on it. You get a really small beer. Try one of those. Take it back with you and have a drink it at Christmas. I am in my truck. Why? Yeah, it's about maybe it's 100 milliliters, I guess, or 80 milliliters, very small. Because in Japan, they toast at weddings, so even if people don't drink, they'll have like a little sip like that. I think that video I did was called Cutting Down on Beer. And that little small can is in there. Yeah, of course. Yeah, given your size, and if you're not used to drinking, cheap date, as they say. Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are really. Even if you're a big person, and if you don't drink and you have like a glass of beer or a can of beer, you can get drunk just on that. What about going to a Nomi Hodai or a Tabi Hodai? That's good. I have no electricity. Last night I slept in the warehouse. Did you go to a Kaiten Sushi? No, it's not expensive. Well, since I've been busy at the warehouse, my electricity bill has dropped. But it used to always be around about 3,000 yen for the month. Do you know what's he doing now? In Australia, if you're in Australia at home, when it's hot, do you leave the air conditioning on all the time? They block your message for saying dumb. And spastic. What, and does that run that runs your air conditioning? So you don't have, so your electricity bill is cheap then? Look, a lot of these homeless people want to be homeless. If it's a family, it's a different thing. A lot of the times they're homeless because their families kick them out. Is that who's watching in the background? Who's watching? Geek? Oh, Jason. Yeah, I met this, they were trying to sell this electricity scam. And I met this American guy, and he says he runs his air conditioning is on all the time. I saw something the other day about in America, one of the right-wing politicians, he said there was like 10,000 people at the American borders. I know, it just sounds a bit unbelievable. So good, you're enjoying your trip then. You should try kaiten sushi. You're going to the UK as well. Well, it's after you've gone back. Are you going to the UK from Japan? For 10 weeks? What about your jobs? I'm trying to catch this. I don't know if it's a mosquito. My trousers are falling apart. Where have I been? Not many places. Been down to the bottom of the island. Been to Mount Zao. I've been to Nagano, Osaka. No, no need to. Tokyo, but I lived in Tokyo. And then just different cities for like doing weddings. Well, for a long time I haven't had any money, so no. But when we travelled overseas. Excuse me. Shikinejima. Oh, don't tell me that's the Cat Island. Oh, is where they put the Korean prisoners. I think once I get the insurance money, I keep saying this, then go to Vietnam. Why? What time is it now? What is special about Shikinijima? Oh, it's their time. Okay, yeah. So it's 1 hour before you in here. Yeah. And can you FaceTime up free on Wi-Fi? Isn't that really expensive? If people use roaming, that's usually really expensive. Oh, that's all. Well, that's special. Make sure that's right price. People have had nightmares with roaming charges. Which part of Japan is it in, the island? Is it East Coast, West Coast, top, bottom? South of Tokyo, okay. That's my onsen ticket. Or Sento ticket, should I say. So maybe I'm going to spend 2 hours in the Sento. And then I've got to sleep in the warehouse. Cheers, Rich. So is it not famous then, this island? So how long do you catch a ferry from Tokyo? Cheers, Rachel. On Google, it says that if you spend 60,000 yen, they will give you another 60,000 yen free in advertising. I banged my hand somewhere and it's painful. Maybe I should soak it in a hot bath tonight. Well, is there a fast ferry and a slow ferry? A reply for what? He is cool with replies with questions. Oh, I see. Okay. Many years ago, one of the best game that I ever went on, it was like a fighter pilot, and when you strapped in and you could go up, down, all, and you used to fire at things, and you would like spin round 360 degrees. Well, I've got lots of retro games. Probably got hundreds. I've done videos on them before. So why would she do that? I give her my password and she plays games on my channel. Or your channel. Yeah, I've got so many games, Xboxes, PlayStations. I think the next big the next big thing in YouTube will be angry people shooting pranksters. I think that could take off. I don't watch. I wonder who's on now. They say, do I play games? No, I haven't. Don't have any time. I wanted to. That's why I got the new computer. That was the plan. But maybe what I might do is, next to my room, I've got another room that's full of all Japanese stuff. So I might do gaming from there or broadcasting. Is she a good gamer? I watch some gamers on. I watch a bit of channels of gamers on. What do you call that? There's a channel now that you can broadcast on, but they just seem very horrible people. Looks like I'll be another month sorting out the warehouse. Zombie. There seem to be everything now. Advertisements on the channel seem to be zombies, killing zombies. I fucking hate zombie films. But the only good thing about zombie films is that they provide a lot of work for makeup artists. I couldn't do that. I couldn't spend 2 to 3 hours getting makeup put on. When I was in Judge Dredd, they were coming around with paint. They wanted to put fucking horrible paint on your teeth because they decided that all bad people had bad teeth. But I just kept evading them. Call of Duty's zombie mode. Movies do I like? Factual movies, suspense, rom-com. I don't like chick flick movies. I think one of my favorite series of films are the Bourne series. I like that. I also liked The Edge of Time or The Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise film. That was written by a Japanese guy. You don't like Tom Cruise? Yeah. Yeah, I can say, it's very dodgy with the Scientology. Yeah. I am glad that you spelt that right. Not bad. All right, Murray. Can I, yeah, Nicole can real life. She's been in a few good films. Nicole Kidman. Why? How much ramen did you eat? I don't think I could eat more than 2 packets. Did you eat it at a shop or did you eat it at home? The only ramen when I like it is just when they get like that big thick pieces of meat. I like that. She was in a film called The Interpreter. Oh yeah, 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven, 7-Eleven. You got to eat the harumaki spring rolls. That's the best thing at 7-Eleven. Don't try any of the frozen pizzas or anything. 300 grams of noodles. Yeah, I worked for Uber, and one thing they used to have was like curry soup. You had to be careful with. Instant Ippudo ramen. But you can get delivery service from Japanese restaurants for ramen. Or is that just udon? I don't think they deliver in this weather. Okay. Bye-bye for now. Okay, well, I don't know if I can say that. Yeah. Did who deliver? Yeah, the new udon shops deliver, maybe ramen. They have these little delivery bicycles. There's an insect trying to get in the truck. How will I know when you say hi, Sandra? I know once this guy from America, his 2 daughters were staying in Nagoya on a visit, and he ordered food from America so his daughters could get food in Japan. Yep, still raining. Not really, not strong. But that's the way you can check. That's the way you can check if your boyfriend is or girlfriend is cheating on you. You can just send. You can send Uber foods to them. I don't think that's mine. I'm just going to check a message. Hang on a minute. Excuse me. You died. Now you made me think about ramen. Just not too far away from here, there's a nice ramen shop, and you got like these really thick slices of ramen of meat. No, he ordered it from America. So he had an Uber Eats account, and then he ordered it from America for breakfast for his daughters. Yeah, Uber Eats. Sometimes they would have special offers on. It's a very stressful job, especially if you're not a perfect speaker. I don't know. This was like 2 or 3 years ago, but I know they did it because my friend delivered it. Well, he probably just logged on to the Uber Eats Nagoya. So if he logged on to Uber Eats Nagoya, and then he's already got an account, and that's it. He puts in his account number, and then he pays it. At first in Nagoya, they didn't do cash. No, not recently, no. Where are you from? Are you not Japanese? Okay, you're from Sendai. Yeah, I think I went to Sendai, yeah. Is that near Mount Zao? I don't know. I never pay attention. Things like that don't stick in my head. I can tell you my granddad's registration plate from 55 years ago. Yeah, that's what it's famous for now. Yeah, isn't it? Did you know in the area there was one town or village, and the mayor a long time ago decided to build a massive wall so that the sea wouldn't enter the village, and he saved their lives. No, it's true. It's true. Yeah, like he was insistent. This guy from many years ago building, because he knew what could happen, and so he says he took on this project and they built this massive wall, and it wasn't breached. Before this truck, before I changed the battery, if I put the charger on for 1 minute, it would flatten the battery. Yeah, okay. Hello, Sandra and Kelly. Hello, how are you? Can you hear me? Hope you're doing okay. Nice weather. Sandra, my niece is called Kelly. There you go. Murray knows about it. They're watching me or watching you. Okay. So this is Japan. Very wet. That's good. They're taking me inside a Japanese supermarket. Did it close? See that? That's a sink I picked up tonight. That's my basket I made in basket making school. And that sink is stainless steel, 160 yen per kilo. Yeah. This is B&D drugstore. But and what would you do? You can party where you are in Australia. See that? You can see that there. That ice is called Arrghgarry. For a month. There you go. 28%. See if we can get to the till before this lady. No. The food is nice, yeah. You can have a quick look at the food. They've got food here, they've got bentos. Yeah, that's yakisoba. I don't know, I can't see price on that. Keema curry. But you can get a bento for as little as $2, American dollars, not Australian. They drink beer. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, some prices have gone up a little bit, but the price of canned beer has hardly gone up. Like Gusto, one of the chains, what I was always complaining about the eggs, they put some of their prices up like 20%. But the other one, Joyful, they haven't put their prices up. McDonald's, some of their prices have gone up like 40%. But their Mega Mac in the morning, that has gone up about 10%. Oh. The smoke, oh, that's no good. No, the prices have gone up in Japan as well. The thing is with Japanese people, they don't smoke all of the cigarettes, and the cigarettes are weak as well. Girls that drink beer. Like there used to be like 65% of the population smoked in Japan, but that's dropped now. But now there's a lot of places where they smoke outside. They go and walk outside and smoke. Yeah, of course it will, yeah. As long as they don't start fighting. I've got like a big, see that thing there? I think it's just what old people get. You see it? It's like a mole. That's getting bigger. But luckily, I haven't got any on my face because like sometimes old people or aged people, and they get them all over their face. Especially don't want one right on the end of my ooter. Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think the only people I know with cancer in my family were my granddad and my sister, and they like smoke like crazy. There's 4 women living in one house now. Really? And what do they work for your dad, do they? They're your dad's sisters, yeah? I asked my daughter to look at it today, and then she fucking phoned me up about 7 o'clock after she finished work. So I forget that there might be a special number where you can actually talk to people. And then, so I've got what at the warehouse, they send me an email or a message and with a link, and then I can pay it at a convenience store. But this other one, you need like your number, and you pay your number. No, normally I pay well in advance. This for the house, I pay well in advance, but I didn't because I've been busy with the warehouse, like so. So with your auntie. No, they didn't. They used to, but they don't now. But sometimes in the past, I've missed one bill, but I've paid the bills after that, and they've still fucking cut me off. And they don't pay rent. I'll go there then. Yeah, well, look, it's still cool. So, but I had a fridge outside, and I moved that to the warehouse, and I plugged that in. You're going to get some sun. Wow. Which country are you living in? Japan is okay. It's safe. I was talking to a guy. He's lived a long time in Japan, and he's gone back to Scotland. His roots are Scottish, but he's working for a company in Scotland now, and he gets his pension in 2 years, like me. And he says it's getting very expensive. But I think people should just like fucking buy a truck and then convert it. Live in the truck. But don't you need your dad who's paying for all travels? He's a man, isn't he? Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. So in the warehouse, like there was some mosquitoes in the warehouse last night. So that was a bit of a pain. That's nice when you got mum and dad like that. Yeah, that was there's a Russian actress. She's married to very popular, that 70s show. She's quite hot. But even when she became very famous and rich, her parents would still not allow her to pay for anything. So, like, even though she was very, very rich, they wouldn't let her buy anything. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about this actress. Oh, and there's lots of what I can't figure out. I wanted to do like a cartoon or something like that, where you get one mosquito, and then you kill it, and then 10 minutes later another one comes. You kill that one, then 10 minutes later another one comes. So they seem to take it in turn. So 3 don't come at once. One comes, and then, like I say, if it bites you, then gets blood, then it goes back home. Or if it gets killed, it doesn't go back home. I'd love to figure out what's happening there. Kunis, what's the name now? Kunis. Is it Marina Kunis? So I think she was born in Ukraine. Which cute singer? Selena Gomez. Well, that's what they were trying to do in America. I don't know if it was successful. They put like these millions of mosquitoes, but they couldn't breed. So they were male mosquitoes, but they couldn't make babies. And so that's what I don't know how successful that was. Now, girls, don't get bitchy. She's a little chubby. She likes her food and drink. Yeah, but I say if you're in the public eye like that, you know. But when she goes to sleep in a $1 million house, it's not going to worry her too much. She's going out with Zayn from One Direction. Well, but that was in the past, yeah. No, but she's cute, but she's a good singer. She's talented, and she's got a good sense of humor. Not that she's about 30 now. Hello, Julian. What was you saying the other day? Or was I woke or something? There was a recent one in England, and it was this guy or gal, and she was getting upset because she was caught. There was a girl behind the counter at Starbucks, and she said, "Oh, this lady says this," and she's saying misgendered. So Miss saying instead of calling her, when someone says they misgendered me, so fucking what? Fuck off. Anyway, it turns out she got fired that thing, and now it turns out she's like she's an activist, and her neighbours say that they're fucking scared to say anything. Oh, I'll be fucking taking the piss out of that. She's hitting the wall. But it looks like now they're starting to stop these men girls from competing. Let them compete with each other. Why can't they do that? See how many people want to watch that. You never know. Or they just they just want publicity. There seems to be quite a few men do it just so that they can get into women prisons and rape women. They're sick. They are sick in the head. And they've just found a way to turn it to their advantage. There was a famous joke. Anyway, it was a story. You better be careful. Your dad's English, isn't he? There was a story, and there was this woman, and it was a bloke. There was a bloke, and he was in prison in England, and he wanted the government to pay for the sex change. Like he wanted to become a woman, and he wanted the government to pay for the sex change. But all his cellmates said they'll pay for it. They'll pay for the operation. That's a true story, by the way. Not that they would pay for the operation, but they wanted the government to pay. Yeah, sex change, yeah. There was a pub like in Nagoya, and these 2 or 3 of them like gathered, and they just make me vomit. Oh, it's insane. There was a Stop Oil. No, of course, no. But they say they feel like they're a woman, so they can be a woman, and then they dodge around the question, saying, so now women are like you and your sister are called birthers. No, what happens is there are some women that became men, but they've still got the uterus. It's a very small number. So they've still got a uterus, and they can give birth to a baby. But they were a woman from the beginning. They were born a woman. It's just that they changed into a man. Yep, birthers. No, birth, to give birth. Because if you call them something else, they get upset. I think when I was a kid, when you said Big Bertha, it just meant a big fat woman or a big fat girl. A birthing person. Give that person a wide berth. You must have seen that one on. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly what the Germans did in the 1930s. But there's a video going around of like a guy. He's about 6 foot. He's massive, and like he's complaining to the shopper. He's really shouting down this customer and this shop assistant, and he was like saying, "I'll take you outside." I mean, even if you look at Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn, he's 6'2". He's still got the same body. Not a lot of men would want to mess about with him. They dress strange. I thought generally, I don't know about Tokyo, but in this area, women usually dress smartly. Oh, Garth, yeah, might be coming back. I saw a young girl today, like about 10, 11, 12. She was with a man, with a mom at the kiosk. I think she was looking a bit goth, pastel goth, yeah. Yeah, there's some very, there could be anything. There's, like they always say, follow the money. They said with this stop oil protests, they said there was some like people paying these people to protest. No, they don't know. Like I say, even now at restaurants, they'll go outside and have a cigarette. But I don't think the Japanese men, because it's mainly men, I don't think they're addicted to cigarettes as they are in Australia, for example, or the UK or America. No, it's reducing all the time because, like I say, the price of cigarettes have increased. Maybe they're about 600 yen now. Like as I said before, and generally they only smoke off of the cigarette. Yeah, well, they're just really expensive, aren't they? My uncle was involved in the largest cigarette robbery in Europe. It was about £1.5 million. He had this property and he hid the lorry on his property, but there was someone grassed them up, and he got 10%. Yeah, I'm not sure what. They're probably more expensive in England. Wait, what kind of robbery? Hello, Yasmin. Where was the robbery at? What kind of shop? Oh, jewelry. Yeah, but you know the jewelries, there's not the diamonds. They're worth if it's a diamond sells for like $1,000, its real value is like $100. Yep, I don't watch much Japanese news, so I don't know. I was going in that old people's shop to, get a pint, get a bottle of beer, and to watch the news. Oh, bad boys, what you gonna do? Would you go and see Will Smith's next film? Oh, really? Just a few hours later. Not one of the most successful robberies of all time, then. I wouldn't. I think he's a complete twat. He slaps like a woman. No, I think he gave I think that was a good slap that he gave to Chris Rock. It would have been funny if Chris Rock had dodged out of the way. On what was it now? He's what's that? Robbie Burns Day about 2 or 3 years ago. I slapped a Scottish man and I knocked him onto the floor with just one slap, and then he got up again and I slapped him down again, and then he took my advice to go home. When it wasn't so much selective outrage, is that he did it because with the way the wife looked at him. He was he laughed at the fucking joke. And then the way the wife looked, it's fucking cuckold. Well, no, when you think about it, what happened to Chris Rock, well, it's in front of the world. Everybody knows about it. I watched his special talking about it. But by rights, he should be. Will Smith should be finished now. Yeah, of course he should suffer for it. Oh, you mean Chris Rock suffered for it? I thought you were swearing then, Rachel. Yeah, I think at the time, I and other people said it wouldn't, if it was like, what do you call him? The Rock. If it was The Rock that had said that, there's no way he'd have fucking left his chair. How are you going? How are you going to Fukuoka by train? I was thinking of booking a hotel tonight, but I want to go in about 3 o'clock though and get good money's worth. Shinkansen. Oh, that won't be cheap. Your dad and mum can put you and Christina in suitcases. Someone actually did that in Japan with these Vietnamese girls. They like put them in suitcases. Well, of course, it's very exciting. But you should go to a revolving sushi. There's lots of non-fish. There's lots of other things than raw fish you can eat. Did you know that? There's that dirt in my beard. Oh. Why do Japanese people blush? Why the fuck did Google say that? I don't know if the well, not so much blush, but maybe it's alcohol once you've had a few drinks. Yeah, that a lot of the times that was a popular thing to do with the cover their mouth with the hand. Sometimes because they got really horrible teeth. What is the really good meat restaurant? There's a new one success, very popular, just down the road from here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the. But the one thing I don't like about that is there's no beer. And we just sat like in a pigeon coop. We sat like in a little box. No, I've never been to Fukuoka. She's supposed to be good. This this meat and rice place is on the when they were building it. It was on the corner of a busy junction, and I just thought that's a really bad place for a restaurant. The place is always busy, always busy. It is the one where I am. It's a box. So you sit it when you like now. As I'm facing this, there's a side there and there's a side there. You sat by yourself, like in a pigeon coop. Where was this one? Sawara. They had nothing. This one is just meat and rice at this one. North Nagoya. Is that okay? North Nagoya? Momo Chihama. The tower, which is it a famous tower in Fukuoka? Yeah, like I don't know if this one's changed where I am, but like I say, it's always busy outside. But I actually knew the guy. He run the neat place opposite me, and he did a runner owing a lot of money. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've heard it's good in Fukuoka, but I've just never been there. Well, you're going to meet them and then go back straight away. I'll have to look and see if that meat and rice is on the net, and just have a look at the inside, see if it's a different one. Oops. I've got to go. They're closing the shop up. Be closing me in. All right, guys, I've got to go. Take care, everybody. I'm jealous now. Okay, guys, bye-bye.